Hello and welcome back to the Man Cave. Well, I hope everybody had enjoyed Terry's RC car. I'm not sure if he was finished with that or not. I think he said he had a second part to do, and I'm not sure if he ever finished. But we got a new camera now. That was our main problem. For some reason it would record for like 5-10 minutes and shut off. But today we're gonna take and find out why this thing here don't run. A friend of mine gave me a leaf blower, said it worked last year when they put it away, this year it don't work, so they got a new one. So it's ours to take apart, find out what's wrong with, fix it, throw it away. It's up to us. My plan is to make it work. So let's get started. First off, I touched this before I turned the camera on. When I first set it up here, it was right here, and lo and behold, there's no wire in it. So a little hard for the spark plug to spark if there isn't something hooked to it. And I can see there's a wire right there, so let's see what we can do about this. There it is. Not much of it there, but it looks like that's where it used to be. I don't know if you'd be able to see it, but inside this cap there's a little spike sticking up in there that evidently used to be right through the side of that wire right there. So let's see if we can fix this problem. They definitely don't give you much wire. I think we'll end up getting a new cap, so I'm just going to pull this out so we can stick it into the wire and don't lose it. We'll at least be able to find out if we can get spark. Well, at least that wasn't over tightened, which is pretty common. People crank them down way too tight. That is a tiny little plug. Before I go too far, we're going to have to come up with something to ground this on. Everything in here is plastic. This should work. Jam it down in on top of the head. So we get a good ground. Let's see. That's in the run position. No, no spark at all. So let's see. It's a Torx bit. Do it the faster way. Air cleaner's not too bad. A bunch of dirt up inside there though. Alright. Wow, for something that's been sitting inside since I got it anyway. She's full of water. Warning, any alterations could be harmful. That's a good thing to know. Everything's definitely oily in places that they usually ain't. Well, a big bee just decided to drop in. There we go. Yeah, I freak out a little bit with bees. The last one, I almost died before I got to the hospital, so don't know where he came from. It's 40 degrees outside. I was thinking maybe we can throw a socket on here, spin that over a little bit faster than I can pull it right now, and maybe spark will come back, maybe not. Now I have to find my driver, so hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I thought out here in the shop area I'd be a little bit better prepared. And it's turning out that I wasn't. I wonder, maybe we could do a compression test at the same time. I have compression, fuel, and a spark to run. So if I don't have all three, it ain't gonna happen. And now we actually have something metal to touch, and maybe we can get a better result and get this thing back in the wire again. Yep, there is a spark. And we have 181 pounds of compression. Well, we already know that that wire was ripped off. That's one good reason for it not to run. And I might have just found another reason. Let me see if I can bring you over and let you see. Just noticed that right here, this mark. Come on, focus. When I touch that, there's a hole right there. So, not as bad as it could have been, I guess. We got compression, we got spark when we fix that wire, and we just got to replace that ball. Primer pump. Now if it happens to be the right one, see, somebody also gave me this little motor, and I have a pump for this one. So if that happens to be the same one, we'll be in business. Let's see. Cover's held on by Torx bits. I know I could do it with a screwdriver, but you don't really want to be watching while I undo a whole bunch of screws by hand. A little bowl. Nope. There. Could it be? That it only has a couple screws? No, two more. You might be able to see that what I was talking about, everything's oilier than I would expect it to be. Don't look like the same pump either. A little push clip in the back. Can't get to the other one either, so bear with me. I was hoping this would come apart and then I could just replace the rubber ball on the end and it'll be all good. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to order some parts. And again, right there's the hole. Made in China. Go figure. I bet nobody knew that, did they? Alright, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed what we found here. Hopefully it was helpful to anybody out there that might be doing the same thing, brand names don't really matter. They basically all have a coil, spark plug, carburetor, and you gotta have fuel. So this one here just happened to be a STHIL. I'll get that part ordered up and have a part 2 as soon as I can get the parts for it. And as I had said before, we do a little bit of everything.